Follow us as we spend the afternoon at the ArtScience Museum. But first, we had our lunch at Tenjin, a Japanese tempura restaurant at City Hall basement. Not 9 Jin, not 11 Jin, but 10 Jin. I love.
It's so lame. This is one of my favorite tempura place because the batter is light and the sauce has a light yuzu taste to it, which makes the tempura bowl here really stands out from the others.
So City Hall area is pretty near Marina Bay Sands and the ArtScience Museum. Instead of eating at MBS, which would be pretty expensive and limited, I think there are many great food options available nearby from Marina Square, Suntec City, Millennium Walk, and Raffles City, which are all within 15 minutes walk to the Art Science Museum. And that's why we ate at Tenjin. We got a bit wet from the rain, but it could have been worse.
Or better if we had just taken the direct train.
Okay. So just a warning, if you don't want spoilers, then just stop the video here because we'll be telling you what to expect and show you what the exhibition looks like inside.
But if you are going to stop the video here, here's our advice. 1 is to try to avoid the crowd tangle during the non-peak periods. 2 is that you may not like every exhibition. And 3, get your tickets early or online to avoid the queues.
So our tip number 1 for visiting the Art Science Museum is about tickets. To avoid waiting in queue to get your tickets, you can get them online. It seems like there's always a queue at the ticketing counter, but I think you can only get cheaper bundled ticket options at the ticket counter itself. So maybe come on a separate day to get your tickets or get them online. Another option is to get the annual pass, which is called Art Science Friend. If you live in Singapore and would like to visit the museum a few times a year, I think this is quite a great deal. Plus, you can skip the queue and get priority for the exhibitions even if it is full.
So let's start with the first exhibition we went, which was Mars, the Red Mirror. The exhibition is split into a few sections, each on a different perspectives on Mars, the planet. It is on from 25th November 2023 to 7 April 2024.
Spiritual messages from Mars. He has left me alone, but he will return.
It's the same
He will
message
soon
by
return.
Ruben. To be honest, it wasn't what we expected. We thought that it would be about Mars in a more science and nature kind of way.
But huge parts of this exhibition was about the history of how people perceive Mars.
That's why he
Like what did people think of Mars during different periods in history, such as ancient times, and how accurate it was, things like that. Or like what Mars is like in movies and in popular culture.
early astronomers were revolutionary, but now showing Martian drive. So long.
First message from Mars.
So the Mars exhibition was not just about Mars the planet, but also a lot of other stuff that wasn't very interesting. I won't recommend this as a must go as it felt a bit draggy after a while.
Our own planet, we should be very careful before trying to manage others. And next up, we went to the Future World exhibition, which is one of the permanent exhibition in the Art Science Museum. It's been here for as long as I can remember. The exhibition kind of updates slightly seasonally to provide a new experience to past visitors, but a lot of it remains the same. So in here, you can expect different sections of interactive installations, projection mapping, feature walls like the waterfall at the entrance and play area for kids. An installation that's popular among people of all ages is this cantilevered steps where you can cross from one end to the other, with a wall of moving lights in the background. Definitely a play area you can test your stability skills and mobility. So Future World is designed by Team Lab, known for creating fascinating installations with lights, projection mapping, and interactive elements to engage the audience. One of the highlights include the coloring activity area where you get to pick any templates to color the elements on it, however you want it. You can then head to the scanning area before seeing it come to life on the huge wall. There were 2 different walls with this identical concept but of different themes. You see it? Mine's growing bigger.
Over here, they reserve the best for the last. And this is why I say our tip number 2 for visiting the ArtScience Museum is to avoid the crowd. I think more often than not, you'll want it to be less crowded.
The iconic photo opportunity light installation the exhibition is known for is best experienced when you don't have to keep moving forward as there are people behind you. With a huge crowd, you are less likely have the opportunity to capture that Instagram shot you want, as there's only one path here. As compared to the one in Tokyo, their installation had a huge space with room for you to pose and move about.
We went on a public holiday and it was quite crowded, especially for the more popular exhibition Future World, and that meant more queuing for installations and photo opportunities. So if you want to avoid the crowd, go earlier in the day, avoid weekends and public holidays, and maybe even the holiday season. It's like the June and December holidays.
And if you get the opportunity to visit the Team Lab in Japan, I promise you won't be disappointed.
Next, we went to New Eden, Science Fiction Mythologies Transformed. This exhibition is located at level 3, while the previous 2 were at the basement. It's on from 21st October to 3rd March 2024. By the time we went for this, we were quite tired from visiting the first 2, which is kind of why we breezed through it rather quickly.
And as compared to the Mars exhibition, we were definitely less focused and less interested in this because of the content of it.
If you ever read up more about it on the website, you'll realize the concept behind this exhibition is a bit more complicated. But to me, it's an exhibition about sci-fi, and I'm probably oversimplifying it. I think it was just alright, interesting but not interactive. Some parts are intriguing but not memorable. So because of this, our tip number 3 is that not every exhibition is really interesting. I'm not sure if it's because it was our last stop, but New Eden didn't seem as interesting as the previous 2 exhibitions.
And looking back, I think the Mars exhibition was also not that interesting, so pick the ones you are really interested in, otherwise not every exhibition is worth visiting.
Also, in our opinion, the best part of the exhibition is usually at the end. Remember Future World's iconic light installation? It was at the end before you exit. In the Mars exhibition, the last section of the exhibition, it was this huge video projection, and because of the scale, it seemed really cool.
I believe this is Mars.
It's a what?
Earth and Mars.
So close.
I'm not saying the rest of the sections are not that great, but it usually follows a sequence like this. The entrance and initial section would be great. Then the middle sections would feel a bit slower or less interesting. The last section would be something much more interesting and maybe even photo-worthy, like Future Worlds. So maybe you can just speed run the exhibition until you reach the last part and then take it slow from there.
The monstrous feminine. And alright, that's it for the day.
Remember to like and subscribe if you enjoy watching these videos.
Thanks for watching. Till the next time.